Is it working? Oh, yes, it is. I'm doing a recording. Hello, everybody. It's been absolute ages. I've not done a YouTube video. I've abandoned my YouTube. Such a lot has been happening in my life, actually, which is the reason why I haven't been doing my YouTube. But I think I'm back on now. I'm trying to rev up some steam. I'm trying to rev up some steam, get it going, and get my YouTube done again, get back on track. The last time I recorded was in October, I think. And it may be that I was on holiday, I'm not sure. Anyway, I've come back to Sierra Leone and it's all go, 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 go. I've been so busy. My life's going with all sorts of things happening. I'm now a member of the National Grand Coalition, which is a political party here in Sierra Leone. So we had recent elections, and I'm now the Deputy Secretary General of the National Grand Coalition, which is a bit of a mouthful. But there we are. I'm very interested to sort of pursue that path. I really am. Because I've spent the best part of maybe 25 years, 25 years talking about, or even longer than that. Maybe I was at school and I started to talk about things that were wrong and so on and so forth. And people who know me from, I was a schoolgirl will probably say that I had been talking about injustices and things that weren't going on as they should have done from quite a young age, or had been concerned about how people were and the stuff that was going on in the world in one way or another. So that's where I'm at. And yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. I have to say I am grateful and thankful. I think that there are bigger things yet to come in terms of challenges and making sure that you're doing the right thing and being connected to the right people and just keeping your mind focused on the job ahead, not being distracted. I think that there are going to be some major challenges ahead, and of course that's to be expected. But I guess one needs an infinite amount of resilience to cope with whatever's coming. So here I am. Yeah, we're carrying on, living life, trying to do the right thing. Obviously, Christmas has just finished. We don't tend to notice Christmas too much in Sri Lanka because the overabundance of lights and all that Christmas rushing up and down trying to do shopping for stuff that you don't need and with money you don't have doesn't tend to happen here. So in many ways you're saved from all of that commercial activity that goes on abroad when you're in Sierra Leone or perhaps any other West African country, I guess. So that's what it is. I'm still on my Keep Fit drive. I think I probably will be for the rest of my time in this world, fingers crossed. There's so much going on. Yeah, I really don't know where to start this conversation. Obviously, I've told you a little bit about why it is that I've been away. The other reason, of course, is that I had an incident earlier in November, I believe, or perhaps early December, I can't remember when. But I got entangled in quicksand by the beach. I would normally get up in the morning and run down to the beach for exercise. Well, I wouldn't run, I'd walk there. And this particular morning, I'd gone down to the beach and put my feet into the sand. There's a part of the beach that during the rainy season becomes a river. And I don't know whether that's got to do with anything or not, or whether that's an indicator that there's going to be quicksand there. I don't know. Anyway, I stepped into this part of the sandy area, which I thought was safe, although it was a little bit waterlogged. But I go up and down that beach like nearly every day, every other day, something like that. And so I stepped onto it. And before I knew it, I was sinking down my two legs. And, I'm not a small person. And I was sinking down, went into water, kept going down, down, down the sand. I had my bag with me with my telephones in there, and they were all infused. Well, it's a bit more than being infused, actually. They were submerged in the water in the ocean. Really, I lost my shoes. I had to hold on to a rock for dear life, and that's how I rescued myself, as it were. Held on to this rock, pulled myself up, and then managed to. I think the saving grace was that I had one foot that was completely gone. The other one was a bit stronger than that one, in that it probably landed somewhere where it wasn't so easy to just slip down into the sand. So I managed to pull that up really by holding on to this rock, and then did the necessary slowly getting the other one up. And so I was completely up to there with in the sea. Anyway, I came up to the main road and people saw me and they said, "Oh, we're so sorry this happened to you and everything." Somebody borrowed me a pair of slippers. I put it on and I walked home. So it was a bit of an experience. But the thing is, I then lost my phones. My iPad was completely destroyed because all three gadgets were in my little sort of purse bag that I had in front of me. If I'd thought about it quickly, what I should have done was like whip it off my head and fling it somewhere before I got totally submerged in sand and water. I mean, I'm laughing about it now, but it definitely wasn't funny at the time. So there we go. Anyway, yeah, that was my adventure. Quite a lot's happening. I'm glad I'm involved in some small way. I feel as though, you can't sit and complain all the days of your life. There'll come a point when you'll need to be part of the solution. You'll need to do something. You'll need to give a response. You'll need to work with others. That's the difficult part. I'm telling you, like it's like, oh my word, I can't even describe it. But working with other people, you have to search. It's like a needle in a haystack. You have to search and search and search and search to make sure that you're on board with the right people who are like-minded. I mean, this is politics, yeah? You have to be in with people who think like you. If you don't, you're not going to be thinking like you in a few months or 6 months or a year down the line. You're just not going to be on that path. So you have to find your tribe. You have to find people who have the same principles like you. I'm not saying that your principles are necessarily like the most perfect. Obviously not. You're a human being. There's bound to be something that there's bound to be lots of things that aren't perfect in whatever you think. But I do believe that it makes for a more connectedness if you're working with people with the same philosophies. People who actually care about people, who actually want to see improvement in people's lives, who actually want to see redistribution of income, who actually want to see a reduction, significant reduction in corruption, things like that, who actually want to see that we're looking after our environment, or that education is better and there are opportunities available for women, and that, as a woman, the chances of you going out and being bashed to death by somebody, hopefully non-existent. I mean, somebody could easily just chop your head off. I mean, you'd go, as a woman, I'm telling you, you'd leave your house, go out there. If somebody wanted to yank your head off, they'd do it. There are no two ways about it. They would do it, and they wouldn't even think about it. And then if you had good relatives, then somebody might try and sort of take the case to the police station, court, or whatever it is. If they didn't, it would be a matter of somebody comes and they say, look, oh, we're sorry, he was a bit mad, he had drunk something, or he'd taken drugs, here's a bit of money, we're really sorry this happened to your relative. You know what I mean? So people who believe that these things shouldn't happen in society, and that people can't get away with stuff like that, or that we need to make our roads better and safer, or that people don't need to live like animals, and people are not, they're living like animals because that's all they know and that's all they accept in their lives, and that you can be part of bring into their consciousness that things can be a little bit better for you. You can actually live a different life. You can, have some access to health, or be in a much more safer place, or be able to to demonstrate good values in your community, your family life, and in your own country. So these are some of the things that you really have to find your tribe in thinking, how can we progress this? And I guess every group of people think that they have those values, but we're not seeing a lot of difference out there in our communities of the lives of ordinary people improving. And that is where the proof of the pudding lies in the eating, doesn't it? So when you see those changes being made in the lives of ordinary people, then you know that actually all of those things that people are talking about, they're putting into practice. Okay, they're making sure that these things are happening. Sure, what I mean? That's quite a lot I've said, and I didn't intend. I want to say hello, I'm back, and I've gone off into a tangent. Well, a useful one. So there we are. I'm just going to say hello. This is my channel. My name is Nyamacoro S Silla. I talk about stuff. I talk about social issues. That's who I am. I've been a healthcare professional most of my working life. I'm now and an activist most of my adult life. I'm now a politician. I think I'm an activist politician. That suits me down to the ground. So please keep tuned in. Watch what's going on. Be part of the conversation. Say hello. Please, 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 please. And subscribe to the channel. I'm back. I'm back with a wow. I'm back with a wow, and I hope that I can keep people engaged. Thank you very much, and cheers. Have a nice rest of the week.